conference and have more gameplay than Ubisoft.
Aye, I think we all could.
I think he must have written the wrong game. I had to read that a few times over. Go, micro. What?
Oh, here we go.
Come on, dude, let's go. Miles!
Oh, Miles Morales.
See Spider-Man.
He is another Spider-Man, yeah.
But was it Peter Parker that was...
Yeah.
No, that's it. They're all getting up.
Really?
Yeah, it looks like it, aye.
Wow.
Like normally we get Sony, you know.
That guy's like, seriously, is it over? Oh dear.
Yeah, not blown away. I think I hate to say it, but I think Microsoft had the better conference.
Aye.
And Sony, I would say by a large margin. I've not seen Bethesda's yet.
Don't
worry.
Don't worry
It's
about that.
basically a half-hour video that they could just have done as a YouTube thing, not a conference.
Oh.
Did you watch Digital Devolver's one?
No, I didn't. Was that good?
Some of it was actually quite funny. They took the piss, something rotten.
I heard some people really seriously bitching about it. Just the usual suspects being like, ugh.
Well, they knew they weren't as big as the big players, and the first wifey came on and said, right, and everybody's all applauding. She's like, it's okay, calm down, they're still all applauding. She just pulls out a gun and fucking shoots it in the air, and then unloads it, reloads it, and fires a few more, and everybody sort of just starts pissing themselves laughing, and it was just like,
I know,
but they did take the piss, but there was a couple of games in there I quite liked.
Yeah, Bethesda's one consisted of Pete Hines comes out, talks for 5 minutes, then it's just like a half-hour video.
Who
have we got left? Is there anybody left, or is that the? Oh, it's just Nintendo.
Nintendo are doing a direct, I think.
It's just a video. Maybe amiibos and.
They used to do the best conferences as well.
Yeah.
It's sort of been shunned to the back nowadays, like.
Yeah, I think Microsoft won that this year for me anyway.
Definitely.
For me, definitely.
That's a shame about Bethesda one, because back in 2015, that's one of my favourite press conferences ever when they showed off Doom.
Yeah.
Well, I haven't seen the PC one yet, but the PC one is obviously lots of different things and stuff like that, rather than just a company.
Okay, so we'll do a wee recap. See,
that'll be easy to do a sum up of.
So basically, okay, for Microsoft, they did 42 games in an hour and a half, and was it 22? Was it 47 games or 42?
Wasn't Microsoft 2 hours?
It wasn't shy of 2 hours.
Not far off. Or was it 2 hours? I can't remember. I know it was just over 2 hours, I think.
42 games and 22 were exclusives or something like that.
At least launch exclusives, yeah.
Yeah.
I think what we got here.
Yeah.
17 games on this one.
It looks to me like Sony are resting on their laurels a little bit, and Microsoft have gone, well, fuck it, we're going to take this, and they have.
I mean, they seem to put, surprising to me, they seem to put a lot of their emphasis into VR this year.
Well, not that much, but more than they had before.
Well, more than I felt they needed to be honest.
Mm.
So we got the first one was Uncharted Lost Legacy. I think that's a given that we're all interested in playing, apart from JB because he hasn't got a PS4.
Yeah, I just wrote surprised not DLC.
Yeah, I was sure it was just going to be like a £10. Here's a Chloe campaign. Right.
Here's a wee add-on to your side here, Uncharted 4.
Mike Tiger says, I gave up going to get dinner for that shit. We're all PlayStation fans as well. Paul, anywhere I can get an hour of my sleep back.
Mike seems to forget that we're at 3 o'clock in the morning, so you can stick his dinner up his arse.
Next there was Horizon Zero Dawn DLC, The Frozen Wilds, but we never got a date when that's coming.
All over this year, 2017.
Yeah, it said 2017, but no.
I didn't give it that. Didn't get an exact specific date. I've just written next to it. Do you want to build a robot?
Because of all the snow, I like that. It's not a sequel though, is it? It's just an add-on.
No, DLC. I think it's
just DLC. Yeah.
I mean, it looked cool.
Same engine and stuff though. It's not changed in any way from what I could see. The engine looked identical to what it is now.
Yeah.
Then we had Days Gone, which
I'm
still interested in, sort of. I definitely want to play it.
Yeah. Although next to that, I've written very pretty and all the next gen bush, but QTEs no. Stop doing it with the QTEs.
Yeah.
I mean, QTEs are not bad if you do them well, but
they're so rarely done well though. Yeah.
I still haven't finished Rise.
Oh, it's like where developers are like, oh, our control scheme doesn't quite fit what it is we want to do here, or we want to make it more exciting than the player can possibly manage to keep up with during the action. Oh, I don't know. Let's just put a fucking QTE in.
Mm-hmm.
Sales, John, of the VR, PlayStation VR, over 1 million units. Then we got Monster World Hunter, early 18. Anybody interested in that one? I know JB think it was.
I was intrigued by it. Yeah,
I am
it looked nice. It looked good.
I've wanted to play Monster Hunter properly for about 15 years. I never had a PS2 back in the day, and then I've never actually ended up getting them because the last one was in the Wii, I think.
I mean, I'm intrigued by it. It did look a little bit like Horizon Zero Dawn without robots, just real dinosaurs. But
it's like Horizon Zero Dawn meets Ark.
No, that's not a bad summary actually.
I mean, I'd say out of all those games, it's probably the one that's intrigued me the most.
Monster Hunter?
Yeah.
Alright, okay.
And then we've got Shadow of the Colossus remake.
It's in my top 5 games of all time. But another remaster of a remaster. Seriously, fuck off.
It doesn't even look that much better than the remaster.
No, because it was ahead of its time when it came out the first time.
Oh, it was stunning. It looked like a moving cartoon back in the PS2 days, but.
And then the PS3 remaster was gorgeous. So I bought the original. I bought the PS3 remaster. I'm not gonna buy it again.
Just play the PS3 remaster.
Yeah.
I've got my PS3 right here. That's what I play on my PS3. I sat down with my son and we play Shadow of the Colossus. We don't need to play it in 4K or whatever.
No, with slightly upgraded textures again.
That would probably make it look worse at that stage. But, what was I interested in? There was something I was interested in, but my brain's gone because it's 3 o'clock in the morning.
Right. Well, my biggest what the fuck moment was definitely Final Fantasy fishing.
Well, quick. If you guys want to quickly do it, there was Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite.
Was this a beat 'em up? Was this a beat 'em up? I don't know what.
I don't know.
It's a fighting game. It's
we're going on about story mode.
Yeah, that's the story mode. It's just the story mode, the cutscenes of the fighting game.
Yeah.
So then we got Call of Duty, which
just
like
you
you guys were saying. I thought either it was a mixture of cutscenes of the single player campaign or it was multiplayer.
It looked like multiplayer.
Mixed.
It looks really nice, but I'm worried that they're not going to improve the gameplay over the umpteen games that they've done recently. They're all fucking identical.
They've gone too far away from war games, whereas Battlefield have stuck to that.
Mm.
So I feel that they've missed that boat now. I think they've realised too late that it's too late for them to go back.
They need to stop it with the spawn die repeat, because it's fucking annoying. The 12-year-olds like it, but I can't fucking stand it.
I can't remember the last time I played Call of Duty. I don't know which one it was.
I played the single player, the campaign of the last one. I played the campaign of most of them and enjoyed the campaigns. I lost patience with the multiplayer a long time ago.
Oh, yeah.
They should go back to the original way of doing it, where you didn't pick loadouts or anything like that. You just picked a gun. Just to simplify it, just take it back to its base elements, and then they can rebuild it from there. Because it's gotten into such a complicated mess of different versions of guns and skins that you unlock for a certain amount of time, and drop packs and mate, please just simplify it.
You just need to strip it right back. Yeah.
Plus, it's 6v. Well, Call of Duty's been 6v6 for fucking ever. There's,
Well, it didn't look like it on that video.
No, it looked like a big.
That looked like BF1 levels of players.
Yeah, but is it? Let's say if that was a single player campaign, or a good majority of it, especially when you see, planes coming spinning in, whether or not they've got vehicles in it, I don't know. Because they didn't say this is the multiplayer. Here's the multiplayer reveal.
No, they didn't.
No,
it just
should have been a level of the single player. Yeah, I suppose.
That was the one thing that Sony have been doing for the last couple of years, which they didn't seem to do this year, was have someone stand on the stage with a controller and play it.
Yeah.
This was all.
I haven't seen anyone do that at all throughout any of this.
It's felt very disconnected from the gamer, this year.
There was those two lassies that got on stage for the Forza 7 thing, but I think they just held controllers and never actually played.
No, they were two professional racing drivers who didn't actually see play anything, as far as I could
tell. They stood there like that, and then a video played in the background
of them playing.
Yeah, it's weird. It's like they've totally stripped it back. There's no more. It's very polished, but there's no reality to it anymore. Maybe they're terrified that things are going to go wrong.
It is too much like a press conference now. I know it's quite technically as a press conference, but it's too much like a press conference.
Yes, exactly. It should be a bit of the consumer about it.
You should be trying to sell it, and just be like, here, just take your money now.
Because because Uncharted 4, when they showed the racing thing, it's not the racing thing, sorry, the car chase, and the demo crashed, everyone was like, "Oh, brilliant! We know that it's real." Because it broke at the beginning. I mean, whether or not they actually did that intentionally, but
no, they didn't. They didn't. I saw a thingy about it. They did have a backup.
All right, okay.
Version of it ready to go in case there was something went wrong, but. That's why it got to start. That's why it started quickly the second time round.
It's just a part of the experience. It's like taking away all the wee possibilities for things to go slightly wrong makes it less memorable and less interesting.
I agree. It's like everything we've seen throughout. Well, pretty much all of it has been scripted.
Yeah. Anthem at Microsoft was the most scripted with the team chat, the
team chat was ridiculous. Yeah.
Because Metro was scripted as hell, but people have played Metro, they know what the gameplay's like, and they know that that's representative. But with a thing like Anthem, you have no idea. You just got a bunch of folk kidding on to be speaking to each other. It sounds so stupid. Oh.
So that was Call of Duty. Then we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 VR games, which is Skyrim VR.
I'll be getting that.
I'm thinking about it, yeah.
Oh, that was good. Actually, that might be one I was interested in. I thought it was a really cool idea.
I'd like to go through Skyrim first person.
Whether or not
game first person anyway, so.
Yeah.
Whether or not it's a DLC that you add on to the Skyrim remaster they've already got,
Yeah,
like
I don't know.
Dirt Rally, or is it a
I'd imagine so.
Purchase the new Skyrim VR game.
I'd certainly like to think that I won't have to go and buy it again.
Yeah, that would be a bit much. Like with where I had on Steam, I had Skyrim plus all the DLC, and then they just upgraded it. They need to do something like that. If you've already got it, they just upgrade it.
Yeah, just a patch, just to add it in.
Yeah.
Well, Dirt Rally was £10, so I didn't mind paying that because I paid 15 quid for the game. It was on sale.
You need to be playing the Inpatient as well. We need to make you play the Inpatient.
Next to the Inpatient, I've written down Dougie will need new pants.
Yes. Yeah.
Then I'll do it. I don't know for how long, but I'll.
Oh no, you'll do
try.
it. You'll do it.
I want to see you do start to finish.
Yeah.
I'll set up a Just Giving page if I have to, just to pay you to do start to finish.
Is that what it would take, Dougie? But we'll have to give you money to get you to play a game that's scary.
Yeah.
Charitable cause.
No,
but I'll take it.
I'm curious though, with a lot of these the VR games that they showed, are they proper full games though? The Inpatient look like.
Are they just going to be like one level?
Might have been. What's the thing? Because the Inpatient was super massive, wasn't it? And the last VR thing that they did was just an experience. It was a cool experience.
Rush of Blood,
but it was just an experience. Same with Bravo Team. That looked like it could have been cool, but is that a full game or is that just
going to get like one map?
Yeah. And that's why I worry. Moss looked like it was a full game, but I don't know. Again, like Robinson, when you saw the trailer to Robinson, that looked like it was a full game, but again, that was just another VR experience.
Yeah.
Gutted no Robinson 2 for you, Dougie.
Yeah.
I was gutted for him.
Well, they announced just before, like I said before, they announced Super Hot VR. So someone said that I don't know why, because it's the Sony conference. Why don't you just fucking put out? Why do you put? There was apparently a whole load of games announced just before.
Strange.
You know.
So
the stuff we need to go through them to see what ones we possibly missed. Because I'd like Super Hot. I wanted to get that when I've seen it on the Vive.
You got Star Child was after Skyrim.
Yeah, Star Child, which was.
It doesn't look like it was a VR title, but it seems
didn't look like a VR title at all. But it was lumped in with the rest.
All the VR titles. I don't know if it is or not. Well, it must be because I think they showed it in that.
But I don't remember.
Montage.
I need to go back and watch it, but I don't remember that having the PlayStation VR symbol in the corner.
Yeah, if it's not, it's a really strange place in the video to have it.
Moss looks really cool, although it looked like that character was No Face from Ghibli, but I didn't get any other clues that the rest of the game was anything to do with Ghibli. And I want to know what the point of view is in the game. It's like.
Is it top down or is it?
That's a VR game. I think anything that's not in first person just seems weirdly suited to VR for me.
I don't know. Lucky's Tale in VR when I played it at the demo and was at
Aberdeen,
the first Aberdeen conference. On a third person game, you actually look down on you were kind of above the character,
like a bird's eye view sort of.
Yeah, and he would look up at you to see what you needed to do. But when he was like, if you had something to throw at something, your head wherever you were looking was where he was going to throw it. So it did work really well.
Okay.
So, and the PlayStation Playroom, there's a VR thing, and there's a little. You got to collect all the wee robot things and put them into your controller, like the Playroom thing, and you're slightly behind, looking down on the wee guy, but you can still look around full 360 while he's in front of you. So it does work well if it's done right.
Okay.
Then there was the Inpatient, and then Final Fantasy.
Monsters of the Deep. Final
I'm
Fantasy.
I'm
fishing.
gonna call it Final Fantasy fishing.
Yeah,
It's not going to be known as anything else to me ever.
that's literally what I've written down next to that is Final Fantasy fishing.
Yeah. And I just put, Final Fantasy fishing, WTF, in big letters.
Then there's that one Bravo team, and then that one Moss. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 VR games out of the 17 games that they showed.
That's not a bad ratio, to be fair.
Yeah,
they all felt like all those VR games probably would have fitted into see the montage that Microsoft did, when it was like
when they were doing their ID.
Aye, it was like Battle Right, Raiders of the Lost Planet, that kind of thing. It was like those level of games, but they got like a solid amount of time.
Well, I think that's
VR
because
thing,
when they did their PlayStation conference or whatever it was a good few months back, and there was virtually no mention of VR, and they got absolutely blasted for it. So I think they probably felt that they needed to make more of the stuff that they did have coming for VR.
Yeah, well, that's like when people were telling Xbox that they needed more exclusives, so they've pretty much made almost everything with timed exclusive.
Yeah.
I think also a VR game as well. It's a hard sell to watch a 2D version of something that's meant to be in 3D.
If you're not within VR yourself, you're not really going to know.
It's hard. Like I saw they announced on the Bethesda one, there's a Doom VR.
VFR.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's going to be scary as shit.
What does VFR stand for? Very virtual fucking reality.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Okay.
The only thing that I didn't like about the Doom one is that there's no free movement.
No.
So
you got to teleport.
It's click to teleport.
That'll be what the Skyrim one's like as well, though, because you saw the way it was the hands moving about to do the spells and swing your sword and stuff.
Skyrim, I think, would have free movement. Because the Fallout one looked
I'm
like it
not
had
sure
free
it'll
movement.
be the actual game. I get the feeling it will maybe be like a compilation of bits from the game that you move through. Or, I don't know.
I'm hoping it's the proper full game.
We'll need to find out.
If it was, that would be incredible. But
if it's full open world Skyrim, then I'll definitely be getting it. If it's not, then I probably won't.
No. Yeah, I'd be with you on that.
That's fair enough.
Fully immersive into Skyrim, like feeling like you're in the game. It's like top of the bucket list for me. Like.
God of War next.
I've written next to that. It looks gorgeous.
It does look amazing.
Gorgeous. But as I said earlier, is that I always get bored midway through a God of War game.
Yeah, they start to get a bit samey.
The same thing over and over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
But isn't this different? Wasn't the God of War games like a?
They were really
scrolly. They were
hack and slash with lots and lots of QTEs, like you say.
Yeah.
Lots of QTEs.
But I felt
this
regardless of what the
looks
enemies
like
was or the setting was, it was just you were hammering the same buttons and doing the same thing, then executing the same QTE, and it's just like.
This one looks like it's got a bit more real-time combat, more so than the previous ones.
And a bit
That's
more
what it looked
of
like.
actual maybe story to it as well.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, the first one, Avenging Your Family, I think that was about the only story I can remember from the God of War games.
The rest of it was just me Kratos, me kill.
Pretty much.
The second two games. Completely forgot about the story after the first one.
I've written down God of War Babysitting Edition. Because that kid's just going to get in the way. Like,
if they're there throughout the entire game, God, yeah, they will.
He'll die.
It's like it's like in GoldenEye when you've got to escort that lassie, and she keeps just
Natalia.
getting right in front of you when you're away to shoot.
When you be firing your gun at
it's
some
just right in
soldiers,
front
she
of you.
just wanders in front of you. Natalia has been killed.
Then there was
Detroit.
the David Cage thing, Detroit Becoming Human.
Yeah, I put down looks nice, but David Cage.
Yeah, he's a massive red flag.
Yeah.
That's David Cage for you, though, is it? Looks nice. And that's it. End.
Yeah,
I mean,
it must
he
show.
has his fans, and I'm sure that
Yeah.
the people that love his games, and that's great and good for them. But it's really not for me.
No.
Does anyone really though like have a poster of David Cage on their wall? Does anyone
Somewhere.
just be like,
So-
oh,
David
David
Cage.
Cage?
David
I just
Cage.
can't imagine it.
A friend of mine
I just can't
loves
even imagine it.
no, a friend of mine loves
I'm
the
just
David
ready to take
Cage
mine
games.
down.
That's what's actually behind that curtain. He just put it up because he knew you were watching.
It's
Yeah,
not
that
behind
makes
the
sense.
curtain, it's above Dougie's bed. We all know it is.
Eye on the roof, so he looks at me every
Yeah.
night.
Yeah.
Yeah, he looks nice, but that's about the end of David Cage for me. Like,
Whenever I think of David Cage, I remember the times in Fahrenheit when you spent literally
fuck.
10 minutes in one set of QTEs fighting giant green bugs that aren't actually real. And then everything just goes back to normal, and as if like there was no point, there was no story basis to that whatsoever.
And then at the end, you're all dancing in a parking lot somewhere.
Yeah.
The whole
And the
cast are all
internet
dancing.
is the last bad guy.
Aye. Well, I mean, he obviously preempted the future.
Aye, of course. But it's just
David-
he's a genius. Oh,
John
that
D
David
says
Cage
David-
and his story-based games.
David Cage. John D says David Cage has a poster of David Cage on his wall.
It's true. But like in Heavy Rain, and spoiler alert for like a 10-year-old game. In Heavy Rain, the twist is that one of the characters you play as is the killer.
It's the killer. Aye.
But at one of the points when it shows you, look, he killed this guy. He was the one that killed this guy. Where at the moment when he's supposed to have killed that guy, you are playing as him. So the game just decides. It's like they were like, "Oh, this is a plot hole. We'll just ignore it."
Yeah.
You killed him when you won the looting. It's so stupid.
You killed him, you just don't know it yet.
Okay.
It's alright, John and Bob, I got the same.
Aye.
You've been too
Okay,
good.
well, Destiny 2 is next, which obviously everybody seems to have very little enthusiasm for, I think.
All I've written next to Destiny is yawn. That's it. Nothing else. Not
I've written
looks nice or anything.
more-
Just yawn.
I've literally just written more grind. Because that's all I did in the first one, was just grind.
So there is to do in the first one, really, isn't it?
Yeah, aye.
And they took away
And
the
then-
loot cave, so you can't even cheat.
Aye.
I'm sure someone will find something. Spider-Man was the last one, which, like I say, it looked really good at the start, and then there was some swinging, and then it became press A, press X, press A, press X.
I've written
Left one, left two.
Spider-Man
Yeah.
does whatever a QTE can. Because
But
that's
to be
all
fair
I've
though,
seen.
Dougie, what you're saying there is that's pretty much any game. It becomes press A, press X.
That's the way it
Yeah,
seems
but-
to be. Most games on here are all.
Yeah,
sort
but
of
the thing is, if
QTEs
I'm
and
playing,
somewhere.
it, he's going to fall off the fucking helicopter. He's going to spin a web.
Yeah, I
and
meant
not,
to say
not,
to you,
and
Dougie,
miss it.
the secret to QTEs is to wait until it tells you what button to press. Dougie's
Yeah,
like
but the-
mashing every button on the controller in anticipation.
Just
'Cause
hold
like
the
I said,
ball down.
I watched your Rice playthrough, and you're like, I think it was broken. It wasn't showing me any of the problems at the end. And I'm like, it's making the noise to say that you pressed the wrong button. You're pressing the buttons before it comes up, Dougie.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, interesting. Okay.
Yeah, Spider-Man looked really pretty. The web traversal looked fun.
Combat looked really
the
good.
Combat looked cool, like Rocksteady style. But yeah, too many QTEs again.
I would have liked to see more of the open world.
Yeah,
Aye, that would have been a much better demonstration.
Would
I
have
think
sold
that-
it more for me, I think. Like,
Well, even if they used in the open world to get to the bit where he needs to be.
Aye, absolutely. If they'd been like, if they'd done it like live, like even if they'd had like a guy speaking over it, like narrating it, or just swinging downtown, we're going towards where this bank thing is going on or whatever.
I just get some sort of head of creative or whatever guy on at the stage. Like,
They were just
Yeah, they
like,
seem to sort of
here's a video.
the basic.
which is what they used to do, and no one has done that at all this year.
well, apart from the guy for Assassin's Creed
yeah, and Forza.
in Forza, yeah, the only two guys that have been out.
Well, Did anyone actually play Assassin's Creed live during the conference?
I think that was after the Ubisoft.
Yeah, after the conference, they had some people sat down and they played for half an hour.
Yeah,
but yeah,
during the actual conferences.
No, I don't think so. It's been quite disappointing.
That's what's missing. You don't feel like you're actually part of it. You're just watching a trailer, essentially. Even if it's actual gameplay, and a lot of them it's debatable whether it's actual gameplay or not. It's you feel like you're just watching a trailer and that's it.
So I think what's that? I think we're now at the end of all the conferences pretty much, and I don't know about you, but it's probably one of the worst E3 years.
Oh, big time. Aye.
I just haven't normally after E3 I've got a list of games that I know for a fact will just take my money straight away. I just don't have that this year.
And even though I definitely think Microsoft have taken it. I mean, Nintendo could still destroy everyone somehow, but it wasn't like an excellent conference. It was just quite good.
What time's Nintendo's one?
5 o'clock tomorrow.
At night or?
5 tea time.
Oh, okay.
Bloody hell.
Like, if they take it, then they take it because everyone else did shit, not because they did well.
Be interesting to see some Super Mario Odyssey tomorrow. Or today.
So are we going to see
It'll
that?
be interesting to see if they've got a lot more than just Super Mario Odyssey.
Yeah.
Oh, wait just now, sweetheart. Only what bed was it on?
Oh.
Say hiya.
Hiya.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm tired.
She looks how I feel.
Yep. Thanks. I think we're all gone. We're all done.
I think we're done. I think John D summed up their worst E3 since 2012.
And that's the movie. Okay. Thanks very much, guys, for watching. Thanks to John D, Mike Tiger, who stayed with us. I think Sarah's still kicking about. Paul, he's away.
Brave souls that stayed up.
Yeah. And yep, thanks Liam, Joe and Bob, and Cameron.
Thank you.
Cheers, thank you
for having me.
Well, if you want to let us know if we want to do the Microsoft, the Nintendo one tomorrow, because that one will get claimed. No problem.
Yeah,
it's Nintendo. Okay.
Yeah. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Cheerio.
See you later.
Bye all.
Bye.
Bye.
See you later.
See you later.
Cheers, man.